everybody, welcome back, where today we finally know what's coming after Regulation I, and honestly, this was a direction I was not ready to predict. It is simultaneously crazier than I would have guessed and not very interesting at all. What does that mean? Well, Regulation J has been officially announced. Regulation J is a very interesting sounding format. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad, but that doesn't really matter. We'll get to why that doesn't matter. Basically, from September 1st to January 4th, that it's, basically right after Worlds, all the way through January, all the way through December to the beginning of January, Regulation J is going to be Regulation I, but now mythical Pokemon are also restricted Pokemon. So, you can have two in any combination of restricted legendary Pokemon and mythical Pokemon on your team. Now, I like this and I hate this, okay? This is the opposite approach of Series 13. Series 13, if you don't know, in Sword and Shield was the very last format, and it was run whatever the hell you want, including mythical Pokemon. So you could run, as long as you didn't repeat items, Pokemon, stuff like that. So you could run a team of 6 restricted legendary Pokemon, and that made mythicals feel really bad. Well, this format also kind of makes mythicals feel really bad, I think. Basically, you have to choose to run a mythical Pokemon over one of your restricted legendary Pokemon, and I feel like there are not a lot of situations where that's going to feel worth it. Now, there are some. We'll talk about them here. I'll go through them, but by and large, most mythical Pokemon do not hit as hard as restricted legendaries. They are just not as good Pokemon. A lot of them are just kind of like neat, But don't worry about that, because tournaments, official events, those are just going to be Regulation H. And that's fine, I guess. I like Regulation H good. I know a lot of people don't. For some reason, it's a very divisive format, but Regulation H is fine. I had a lot of ideas that I didn't get to do in Regulation H, and this is going to be kind of difficult from a content creator perspective, because there's going to be this disconnect between, basically, what format do I make content about, right? Because I can make Regulation H content, I can make Regulation J content. Do I make both? Does that split the viewer base? How do I decide how to do one or the other on a specific day? You know what I mean? But that's for me to worry about, so you guys don't worry about it, okay? Ooh, it also says only until November. What does that mean? What are we gonna do after November? Is December, January gonna be G? I feel like that sounds like what they would do. Maybe they'll do H plus Paradox Pokemon. Maybe they'll do B plus plus. You know what I mean? That could be cool. I think I would like that. I think if they did Reg H, and then they did Reg H plus Paradox, and then they did, well, I guess Reg H plus Paradox and Legendaries is just Reg F, isn't it? F, G, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah, it's just Reg F. That would just be Reg F. I guess they could do Reg F again. I don't know. The next year is going to be weird. Now, presumably, since this says until January 4th, maybe that means that's when Champions comes out. Maybe we'll play on Champions. I don't know. That's really not what this video is about. Let's talk about some mythical Pokemon. Now, some mythical Pokemon are going to be really cool because they do unique things, and it will still be hard to decide to use them over restricted legendary Pokemon. Looking at the list here, I'm just going to call out what jumps out at me, okay? Pecharunt's ability is really neat and probably will make you be able to do some stuff, okay? Basically, anything that gets poisoned by Pecharunt will also become confused. You can probably do some really funny stuff with that. Why did we go back twice? What are you doing? Volcanion has, it has super extra scald. That's pretty cool. Keldeo is a cool Pokemon. Really, let's talk about the ones that I think are likely to be good in comparison to restricted Pokemon, okay? You've got Darkrai, just because we can do Gravity Sableye, Dark Void shenanigans. I don't know what... I need to look up Gravity. Because I don't remember what the exact multiplier is. It is 5/3. So Dark Void's like what? 55% accurate times 5 divided by 3. Hey, that's pretty good. You know what? That makes Darkrai kind of scary, if I'm being honest. Okay. Deoxys. All of the Deoxys forms are going to be pretty cool. Deoxys Attack is probably the strongest Extreme Speed user, though we'll talk about Arceus here in a second. I would have to do the math to figure out exactly which one is stronger. If you just want to click Terra Normal Extreme Speed, it's going to be really close. I think Deoxys Attack has like 180 attack, which is like a stupid high number. Deoxys Defense is very bulky. Deoxys Speed is not faster than Regieleki, but very fast. Gets a lot of cool moves. And honestly, Psycho Boost is just a really good move. It's just Psychic type Draco Meteor. It's actually stronger than Draco Meteor, because Draco Meteor is only 130 now. So it's like unnerfed Psychic type Draco Meteor, and that's really good, actually. I think Deoxys Attack is one of those few Pokemon that might be able to run like a mixed set, and just be like a really decent like glass cannon. Victini's not in the game, so it's not really relevant. Magearna is one of the ones that might be relevant. If you don't know, Magearna's ability basically says anytime a Pokemon on the field faints for any reason, you get a special attack boost. And its signature move is just Fairy-type Draco Meteor. So you can click your move, drop your special attack by 2 stages, and then get a special attack boost, which is very funny. The thing about Magearna is that its stats are just... they're like decent stats, but they're not like crazy stats. Let's see. So we've got 80, 95, 115, 130, 115, 65. So it's faster than all of our slow Pokemon, slower than all of our fast Pokemon. That's always awkward. 80, 115, 115 is like a pretty decent bulky spread. Though in my experience, it's never as bulky as you feel like it should be. And then 130 special attack is like pretty good, but not crazy. You know, like it's not as good as any of the restricted Pokemon, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. Yeah. I learned recently that Meloetta's signature move is a chance to cause sleep. That's crazy. I didn't know Relic Song had a sleep chance because I've never played against Meloetta. And then we have Arceus. And Arceus is perhaps the restricted Pokemon the mythical Pokemon that looks the most like a traditional restricted Pokemon. It has 120 in every stat. And that seems really, really good on paper. And I'm sure that Arceus will be good in this format. It gets extreme speed and it can Terra Normal on top of that and hold a Choice Band. So like... it gets the double stab, you know, from Terra Boost, and that'll make its extreme speed stronger than average. It also gets like Recover and like a lot of boosting moves, so that'll be a set people can run. But the thing about Arceus is that because its stats are evenly distributed between all of its things, it's really good all around. But you know, when you train it, you need to focus on one thing, and because of that, it kind of is going to fall short compared to some other mons, I think. Like, you know, it gets Body Press, I'm pretty sure, but are you going to run Body Press Arceus over, like, Zamazenta? And, like, it's decently fast. 120 is good, but 120 speed isn't enough to make Palkia Origin good. So, like, is it enough for Arceus? I don't know. It's still slower than Miraidon. It's still slower than Koraidon, which hits it for 3 times effective with Collision Course. It's slower than Calyrex Shadow Rider. It's slower than Fluttermane. It's slower than a lot of things, you know? And you can just run it all around really bulky, but then, like, I don't know, like, Dialga Origin hasn't been good, and Dialga Origin kind of has, like, similar bulk to this, and similar things that it can do if you want to run, like, a bulky setup set, and it's never been good, and I guess Arceus can run, like, leftovers instead, but you know what I mean? So, yeah, a lot of these ones are very interesting. I mean, Jirachi gets Serene Grace Ironhead, so that's fun. You could do Serene Grace Ironhead. Mons that are missing from here that just aren't in Scarlet and Violet. No Melmetal. Melmetal is a really cool mon. We can't use Melmetal. There is no Victini, so we can't use Victini's ability to do busted stuff. Fione gets Tail Glow, and Manaphy gets Take Heart, I think. That might be flipped. Those are cool moves. Take Heart is basically just Calm Mind. Tail Glow is, you know what Tail Glow does. You've watched my Volbeat videos. And, like, I'm not telling you that we won't have fun in this format. Mew has, like, a crazy big move pool. It can actually learn Transform. So you can run, like, you know, manual Transform Mew instead of Ditto. but then you're still giving up a restricted slot, and that kind of defeats the purpose of why you would use Ditto in the first place. Diancie is a really cool spread rock-type special move that has a chance to raise defense, and then it also gets body press. Like, that's really cool, but is it going to be better than trying to run, like, another restricted Pokemon? You know what I mean? And I really think that, like, Reg J will probably be cool. People are going to do crazy stuff because basically Reg J is going to be just a best of one ranked ladder format because, you know, events are not going to be held in Reg J. Regulation J will not have any events in it as far as we know. So basically you're going to see just content teams. Any Reg J team that somebody tries to feed you is going to be a content team, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't like the stigma that a team that you made for content has to be bad. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's just fun. Sometimes it's, you know, something crazy that'll work every once in a while and it'll give you a good laugh. And, you know, that's what you need. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to try my best to balance making Reg J videos and more Reg H videos. Because, like I said, I had a lot of ideas in Regulation H that I didn't really get to make videos about. But, yeah, like, simultaneously, Reg J sounds kind of interesting. But also, it's the most boring direction they could have taken the format in, and we don't even get to play, like, tournaments in it. Live events are going to be Regulation H, at least until November. Which regionals does that encompass? I don't know exactly which regionals that is. Let's pull it up here. So that's going to be Frankfurt, Monterey, Pittsburgh, Milwaukee, Bello, Lille, Gdansk. No, through Lille. Everything through Lille. So Las Vegas is going to be not Reg H, probably. That's the first one I want to go to. Am I going to have to go to, like, Pittsburgh? I might have to go to, like, Pittsburgh. Do I have enough time to save up money to go to Pittsburgh? I don't know, man. If, I don't know. If you want me to go to Pittsburgh, let me know. I'll consider it. Like, if it's gonna be my only chance to play Regulation H at a regional again, maybe I'll go to Pittsburgh. Yeah, I don't know if I can go to these international ones. I am poor, and the economy's not doing great. But you know, yeah, I don't know. What do you think about this whole development here? Do you like Regulation J? What do you think about some of these mythical Pokemon? What do you think about us playing Regulation H until November? Yeah, I feel like I have very complex feelings about it. Let me know how you feel down in the comments. This is just kind of like a short little unscripted video. I'm not going to edit it very much. But with that, everybody, my name's Andrew. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. A very special thank you to all of the certified AndyLa fans, especially the AndyLa VIPs, including Colton and Cosmic Pharaoh. Once upon a time, man, I heard that I was struggling. Came from a gym where power creep wasn't coming in. Face long, stats tight, defense up, shack height, sturdy on me, sash like. Got that TM last night, hit me with that good move. Make the smile and act right. Bast boys, better hit that builder. I know that's right. Big Bast busting out.